Howdy everyone, and welcome back to the Luna Geeks Out channel. Today we are checking out SEISHUN wo Kirisaku Hado by ATARASHII GAKKO. I've checked them out 2, maybe 3 times on the channel so far, and it's been a blast every time. They always do just some interesting stuff with some different styles coming in. It's fun, it's energetic. They're looking at the lyrics. This should be an interesting one to talk about. With that aspect, musically, I've got some high hopes for it, so I'm looking forward to this one. Without further ado, let's hop into it. So you've got some rock elements, nice. Some really good guitar. Ooh. Some distortion of the vocals. A shift here. Great bass right there. Really good chorus in this one. Alright, that was an interesting one. More rock elements, something that, at least the stuff I've heard from them, that they haven't gone into too often. There's been a couple songs that have incorporated that stuff, but it from what I've heard, doesn't seem to be an incredibly common occurrence. That was quite nice. That was a good shift from what I've heard from them before, but very much felt like them as well. That was a cool song. Now, before we talk about the music more in depth, we of course need to talk about the lyrics. Starting off right at the beginning, before I know it, I'm standing here getting obsessed, dying quickly, and resurrecting through reincarnations. Getting suspicious, anxiety-growing delusions leading to a beta decay. So what I'm grabbing here is you've got a few different things. You've got some, inner sort of mental turmoil and stuff, getting obsessed not quickly, getting suspicious, anxiety growing, and also ideas of reinventing themselves and getting a new life in that manner, dying quickly and resurrecting through reincarnation. So there's something they're experiencing that is causing them to develop some anxiety and such other mental issues, and to reinvent themselves, to, in a sense, become someone new, to grow a bit, perhaps, resurrect through reincarnation, as you pointed out. Why not survive? Who am I? Why die? Why? Why not survive? Even if killed immediately, try. So, a couple questions being asked there. Why are they being impacted the way that they are? Why are they continuing to go after whatever has been happening? So on and so forth. So just questioning what is going on, essentially. Traveling through the sea of consciousness. So tying back into the mental elements of this. Don't be afraid. Even if I say it, confusion overtakes my emotions. So even if they say not to be afraid, not to worry, that they're still going to experience those more negative things. The tide ripping through our youth. So the tide, of course, the ocean, something very powerful, comes and goes, ebbs and flows. So it's ideas of changes, but also ripping through our youth, something that is, it's a bit more violent. I'd read the phrasing. This is a battlefield, expanding upon that idea, a rainbow of tears. So a bit of juxtaposition of something beautiful with something negative there. Sorry, I'll sleep in if I don't win, pondering all night, the shadow burns into my mind. So again, this, coming back to that idea of questioning things, that inner struggle, the stuff kind of digging into their mind, so on and so forth. It was a ride, but I surrender. Our entire life is a duel of fate, even though it won't end, even though it won't end. So this never-ending struggle throughout it, essentially. Okay, so why not survive? Did that again. Why not survive? Who are you? Why not? Why can you survive? Why not survive? Who are we? Why can we survive? So we've bringing in someone else. Someone else is involved within this struggle. Someone else is involved within this change. Paddling through the waves of consciousness. Don't be afraid. Even if I say it, my emotions can't keep up. So much confusion. Nothing new to point out there. See, that is, I believe, the chorus again. I wanted to watch that flickering hope in Tokyo together with you, so again bringing in that other person. Sorry, life wears out on this night of promises, the frustration ripping through our youth. I don't want it to end, even though I won't be with you forever. So, an idea of the importance of this other person coming in. And right at the end we have another section we've heard before in the song. So what is the ultimate idea here? We're getting those ideas of change over time, reinventing yourself, the struggles of life, and connections with other people. What I'm grabbing here, the basic story I'm grabbing here, is the idea that there's someone that they're in some form of relationship with, likely romantic, due to the "even though I won't be with you forever" line. That leads me to think it's likely a bit more romantic, that has had an impact on them and has changed them, and they've both been changed by this relationship. Perhaps it's a troubled relationship, but I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing more it's a troubled life here. And it's just questioning why things work out the way they do, why things have the effect and the impact that they do, and, in a sense, well, this isn't the best phrasing, questioning the point of it all, if you will. So, there's a few different ideas wrapped up within that basic story. I'll be honest, I may be missing some stuff. This translation, while a solid translation, does lead me to believe that there may be a few things that might be being lost in translation. There's just a few elements of them, like, that's some strange phrasing, so I'm sure there's probably a few things lost in translation that's causing me to miss out on some of the nuance here and such. But those are the basic ideas I'm getting. All in all, not my favorite lyrics effort from ATARASHII GAKKO. There's been others that have grabbed me a bit more and I thought were a bit more interesting, but these are solid lyrics. So yeah, some solid stuff overall. Switching into talking about the music, that was fantastic. Like I said, it had the rock vibes, which I quite liked. Going into specific elements, starting off with the vocals, as expected, they're really good. The distorted vocals are pretty cool. Not my favorite. I think that's something that generally needs to be used with like some good emphasis. Like, it really needs to come in and just have a good punch, and it didn't quite have that there, but it was a cool sound and it worked. The more standard vocals, if you will, the non-distorted vocals were, I mean, as expected, quite nice. All the different members coming in and having a moment to shine. That was really good. Loved the vocals in here. They didn't surprise me quite as much as they have in some other ATARASHII GAKKO songs. They didn't have any moments like, oh, that's really cool right there, but they were really, really good vocals. The guitar, that was nice, that was nice. Loved the tone on it. It was a bit raw. It had a bit of, also it's sort of like a fuzz to it. It was pretty, it was a cool sound. It was a cool sound. It was just this raw distortion that really worked for me. Reminded me a bit of, I want to say some of Bish's songs, but I could be mistaken on that. It's one, the song in general reminded me of one of those groups that had that sort of punk sound, and I want to say it was reminded me of something by either Bis or Bish, but it could have been another group. But anyways, the guitar was really good. Bass as well had some moments where it really came to the forefront and was cool. Had other moments it was just more texture behind the music. All in all, loved the bass. Great tone to that. The drums, those are really cool. Those may have actually been my favorite part of the instrumentation. I really liked those. Had a couple little flourishes and such that I thought were nice. There's that one moment where it was just the drums and the music that I really liked. All in all, some very cool stuff with those. So yeah, the drums are quite nice, and then I think there were like some electronic elements that popped in at a few points that could have been just a weird distortion on like the bass or guitar or something. It had that kind of sound, so I wasn't quite sure. But that sound was really cool as well. On the whole, this was a fun song. It was rock vibes. It was a bit punk. It was this heavily distorted raw sound, but it wasn't this heavy song. Like, it wasn't like this really heavy, like, I don't know, raw death metal track or something. It was maybe kind of close to like some stoner rock influence, maybe with some of the tone and stuff, but it did have more of like a punk kind of feel to it. This was a cool song. It was energetic, it was fun, it was different, which I always like. I like when bands and groups are able to switch things up a bit and keep bringing in new sounds and new styles. All in all, this was super fun. Was not what I was expecting at all. I was expecting something a lot closer to the pop side of things, but they brought in the rock, which made me happy. They kept it fresh. This was very cool right here. Yeah, this was very, very cool. But I am out of things to say on the song, so y'all know the drill. It's time to figure out what we will be checking out next time. I am still hoping for some Accident, but we'll see what gets sent our way. Let's give it a spin. And now we wait. Come on. Oh, Accident 3. Oh, it's a one-off, Which one is Accident 3? I think that's Karma. I'm going to check something real quick. Okay, so Accident 3 is Karma. Let's see. They've got that new EP coming out in just a few days. I want to say like about a week. I'm going to take control here, and I'm going to switch this to Accident 2, which is the other new song they have coming out, I believe, because I really want to get to that EP when it releases. So we're still getting Accident, but I am switching it from Karma to whatever the other live video they have out at the moment is. It's in Korean, so I can't read the title. But we're switching it to that one because it's so close to what I'm actually hoping for with this spin. The only reason I'm doing this right now is because it did give me Accident. So, yeah, we're doing Accident 2, not Accident 3 next time. But I am very happy about that. I'm not going to have to worry about trying to knock this thing out anymore. It gave me the opportunity to go ahead and switch it up a little bit and change it, and instead of having to wait for the thing to release, you're like, yeah, okay, so I'm taking full control here, we're not doing the spin. I'm rambling. We're checking out whatever that other new, at the moment unreleased track they have is. So, yeah, that's gonna be really nice. But I am out of things to say. So that is going to do it for the video. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to like if you liked, subscribe if you want to see more, and comment down below with your own thoughts on the track, any feedback or criticism, or anything you want me to react to. In the description, link to the music video so you can go check it out, support the artist, link to my ATARASHII GAKKO reactions playlist, my rock and metal reactions playlist, because this technically belongs in there, my alt-idol reactions playlist, and my Japanese music reactions playlist, so you can check out some similar content from me, and then links to my Discord server, Instagram, Twitter, Spotify playlist of all the songs I've reacted to, at least the ones up on Spotify, and my link tree, which has my other stuff in it in case any of that interests y'all. Anyways, like I said, that's going to do it. So once again, thank you for watching, and until next time, I'll be seeing ya.